Hello and welcome to SEO News by SEM-Tools. We're going to talk about some general updates, touch on some useful content guides, and talk about what's going on in the PPC world. Stay tuned. And we have one general SEO update. Well, it's more technical SEO update from Barry Schwartz at Search Engine Land. You can rely on him for technical updates and general updates because he is quite active in these fields. I don't know how he does it, so kudos to Barry Schwartz. Anyway, Mr. Barry brings us some news. Those news are that Google drops reporting on several structured data types. And those structured data types that it will be dropping are course info, claim review, estimated salary, learning video, special announcement, and vehicle listing. Personally, I don't use any of these, so it doesn't make much of a difference for me. But for those of you who do use these structured data formats, you need to know that by October 1st, 2025, bulk export will see these fields reported as null. And by December 2025, these fields will also be null for your Google Search API, Search Console API. So if you rely on this data, if you need it, make sure to export it, because once it's gone, it's gone. Yep. This piece is a content update. Well, it's not actually update, it's more of a guide, but it's a good one. It goes super deep. Maybe not super deep, but it goes deep. And it's extensive. Read time is 27 minutes. I'm not going to comment on it too much. I just wanted to highlight the piece because I think it's a good piece. Despite the title, at first the title turned me away because it says, what is 10x content, why not 100x? Why not 1000x? Why not 1 millionx your content and be better and rank first for everything? Just kidding. The term was coined by the creator of Moz, I think, or co-founder of Moz. You're gonna find it down in the article. In any case, the article highlights what you can do with your content to make it better. Sometimes we tend to overlook these things. It's really good. It's a well-written article by Cody Worth, so make sure to check it out. And I'm just going to give you the summary of what I've learned from the article. I created a checklist, and the basic playbook that this article highlights is that you should always lead with clarity. So make sure to hook your readers right away. Read 10x stuff, and then go deeper. Show real examples, real processes, troubleshoot stuff, write from your first-hand experience if possible, and then add original data or live experience. Upgrade your visuals and user experience. Yes, double down on your visuals. I had a study where I tested some poor content with good visuals and excellent content without visuals, and guess which one performed better, right? And then if you can, get some unique information. So get some expert commentary or an interview or anything that other websites don't have. Get that and use that in your content, and refresh your content often. Updating your content on a weekly basis can be underappreciated. It is often underappreciated or overlooked. I have a script for basically free monitoring of your competition for updates. It's a Google Sheets app script, and you need Screaming Frog just to crawl the competitors, or you can do it manually, but I can share it with you if you'd like. In any case, make sure to read this article by Cody Worth. It's a good one. It's a good guide. 10 out of 10 recommend. And another content update, or rather an updated guide on content. This time it's about evergreen content. And I completely agree that evergreen content does keep performing long after you publish it, and it works best when it's updated regularly. Um, this guide takes a deep dive into how to create evergreen pieces of content. And basically, it matters because evergreen content can drive sustained organic traffic. It would earn you consistent backlinks, potentially, not always, not always. It can boost your EAT, and it can align well. It's easier to align it well with helpful content if you follow this guide on how to write it properly. And it helps you build topical authority, and it also serves as a good hub for internal linking, and then breaking it down into sub pages and creating topical clusters. So every website needs a good piece of evergreen content, right? How to actually find what to write, right? What to cover and to turn into an evergreen page. Well, this article explains it brilliantly. If you read through all of it, I strongly recommend that you do. But when deciding which piece of content to focus on, you should, according to this article, think long term. So, will this content matter in 12 or 24 or 36 months, right? You should think whether you are able to provide some unique insights or a fresh perspective on the matter. And you should also think whether it would fit well into your conversion funnel. Because let's be real, we're all doing this for money or fame. And just kidding. and then once you have all of those blocks in place, then you can plan your piece of content and create a valuable resource. Combine this with competitor research, and you are on the right path to getting a graph like this one. Well, not like this one, just imagine that it is in Google Search Console, and then enjoy the view. It's a good one. So today's PPC topic is when should you actually trust Google Ads AI and when should you run the other way? It's a very interesting read by Sarah Stemmen, and I strongly suggest that you read through this article. It basically explains which campaigns you can trust to run with AI and which campaigns you shouldn't trust, right? We see that Google Ads is going all in on automation, smart bidding, performance max, responsive search ads. And some of these tools can be a performance boosters, but for some, it's like giving your credit card to a toddler. So be careful with that. The quick breakdown of the article is that you can trust smart bidding, that is high trust AI. I mean, at least they say it's AI, right? We just keep slapping AI on everything nowadays. But the summary is that smart bidding is high trust AI, responsive search ads, recommendations, and auto apply function is moderate trust AI. So they can help, but still beware, keep a close eye on them. And the last one, surprise, surprise, low trust AI, performance max, and smart campaigns. So I would say avoid those. I don't know if they're working for you, but you lose a lot of control and transparency. So it's not always great for your ROI. Of course, you can make a case that you benefit by getting exposure, right? But where do you get that exposure? So don't fear AI, but don't worship it either. That's the main takeaway here, I would say. Oh yeah, and another PPC update. Google quietly raised prices again. and they got another slap on the wrist by the government. From now on, they will be required to disclose a public notice as to why they have increased the prices, or explain to the judge why a notice isn't needed. So we might not get a notice after all. How this reflects on us? Well, if the performance of our campaigns drops in September for an inexplicable reason, this might be the reason. Next one is a hot topic: GEO versus SEO, and SEO. I mean, are we actually pinning them against one another, or are they working hand in hand? I think it's the latter. This is an interesting take. I think that GEO is like the avocado toast of SEO. Like, everyone's talking about it, and we can't agree on the recipe. And isn't even a standalone thing. I mean, some agencies might package GEO as a standalone service, right? Myself included, but is it really any different than SEO? And can you do GEO without SEO? I don't think so. It's a short one, so I encourage you to read through this article. It's quite interesting, and I just, I like it when someone takes a step back to observe the situation and, analyze it. What this article concludes is that GEO is not splitting on its own. It's not a new discipline. We are making it a thing. So if the industry labels it separate, it becomes separate. Also, LLMs will evolve, and we will need to adapt to new playbooks, of course. They are evolving fast, but I strongly believe that GEO will rely on the strong foundation of SEO, unless search engines like Google completely disappear from the face of the earth, which is highly unlikely, right? What to do? Well, the main takeaway here, what we can learn, is that basic SEO still works. So strengthen your brand signals, strengthen your EAT signals, measure for visibility. Maybe visibility is more important now than ever. I wouldn't say more important than rankings, but I've seen some of my assets get like a very small number of clicks, even when I'm in the first spot in the SERPs. So like 5,000 impressions, and then you get 40 clicks per month for the first spot in the SERPs. Something's going on, definitely. So yeah, keep your SEO course strong, but still look into GEO as well. The article is written by Helen Pollitt, and what she concludes is that GEO will become a subspecialty of SEO. And I completely agree with that. And it also ends on a funny note. Do you remember when the main buzzword in SEO was TikTok? Like, TikTok is going to become the next huge search engine, right? And it failed miserably. I mean, TikTok is a horrible search engine. You can search for anything on it, and it's still going to show the things that it thinks you're interested in. So that, I think, won't happen with GEO, but I think that, GEO optimization is going to die down, and we will still focus on the SEO basics. That's what I think. Wait and see. And that concludes week 37 of SEO News. If you think that there are any news sources that I should cover, please share them in the comments. Take care, bye bye.